Coming to you straight out of Jacksonville, Florida, it's the Brothers Banter.
What's up there, Brother Brian?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Man, we're having a good time, something we're doing today is we talking about man's best friend, dogs we've had, dogs we have, dogs we won't, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that my dogs, I've got 4. Whew, I have a black-mouthed cur. Her name's Luna, and there's a reason she's called Luna because it's short for lunatic.
Oh, yeah.
There's my black lab, and her name is Sophie. Lazy butt, but, you know, she tries to play every now and then because she's...
That's her name?
Sophia.
Oh, okay.
Sophia. We have 2 new dogs that we just got, 2 puppies. They are, what's that cattle dog?
The what? Cattle dog. Oh, you talking about Australian Shepherd?
Yeah, the Australian Shepherd mix. They have blue eyes. You know what that means typically.
Yeah, there's a possibility they could be somewhat deaf.
They are totally deaf, and we rescued them.
So do you do sign language?
When they do bad, I give them a sign. Let me tell you.
I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but
I don't know how to do that.
Right.
It's tough training them right now.
Now I'm doing this with sincerity.
Not with a smile on your face, you're not.
Okay, listen. When you sign, do you make any kind of noises?
Well, yes, because they feel that, I think, because when Luna barks, she has this, she's a big old fat butt, man, and she's a big dog. But when she barks, those dogs, like, they freak out. But like when they get up and they put their, the other day I was cooking, and so I just finished cutting up steak and chicken, and was going to throw them, throw them in the pot to
Cook.
Yeah, but I'm trying to saute is what I'm trying to figure.
Oh boy!
Oh, this is going to be one of those days. It looks like. So anyway, I walked away to go unlock the door for my son to come in, and the first thing that little dog does, and it's my favorite too, man. She jumps up and eats about half the steak.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she's
counter-surfing. I was like, "Hey, stop!" And what am I doing? She can't hear.
And she counter-surfed?
She jumped up like this, and like it was.
Did you finish eating the steak, or?
No, not what she. I mean, I saw where she got to. You know what I'm saying?
You take it back out of her mouth and just. There was
No,
thing in there.
Well, the family's watching, man. Come on.
My gosh.
All right.
So okay. Well, all right. So I've got a couple. Well, I've got.
Hold on. Are we keeping this for real?
I can cut it out.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Jeez.
So, I've got 2 that I actually call mine.
Okay.
The rest of the animals aren't mine.
Okay.
I got a Boston Terrier.
Okay.
Kind of. Excuse me.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Should we start over?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
You probably need to take a drink.
All right.
But you can't get up because.
Yeah. All right. So, let's try that again. So, I actually have 2. What? Am I out of the picture?
You were. Yeah, you're out.
Okay.
Look at it.
Just refocusing. There we go. Your head's too big to be that close. What the heck, Donny?
I don't know what this thing's doing, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Just stop it.
Try not to get your head in there. Jeez.
What do you mean?
All right. Should I turn it back?
I don't know.
Is that good? Okay, here we go.
I guess.
All right. Oh, you moved your head. Okay. So I've got 2 dogs I call mom.
Yes, you already
So
said
we're going
that.
to scrap the last 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
And I've got a Boston Terrier.
Right.
That kind of looks like a Frenchie. You know what a Frenchie is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've got that, and I have a Doberman that you've met. You haven't met the Boston Terrier.
I mean, the last time we came over to your house was probably.
In the 80s?
It sure seems that way.
Okay, so I don't think you met the Boston, but you have met the Doberman.
Yes.
Okay, so
He was a puppy. Like, I don't know if he might have been.
he might have been, what, 2-3 months old?
He might have been 10 weeks.
Okay.
Because you got him at what, 8 or 7?
Yes, 8.
8.
8
Okay.
weeks. So he is now in his probably fixing to be 9th month. He's probably upwards of close to right at 90 pounds.
Nice.
And so those are my 2. Now, the other 2 I don't claim. So my wife has this dog, and there's a lot that I learned about dogs after the fact. You know, you learn something after the fact. You do something. Well, this is I learned. So we didn't socialize my wife's mini Dotson or wiener dog, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Dash hound. Anyway, so by not socializing, now these dogs may be all like this. I don't know. I've not been around a lot of them.
Okay.
But it's a yapper dog, and I know you know what that is. Okay. So you could be outside and she'll just yap, yap, yap. When we used to go camping all the time, she would just sit there, and you couldn't take her for a walk like a normal dog.
That's Luna.
And it's yap, 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 yap the whole time. So we never took her anywhere. So I don't claim her. And then I don't even want to call it. It's an animal. It's a cat.
Oh, I got 4 cats too.
Yeah,
I
well,
love my cats,
yeah,
man.
well.
Cats are awesome.
I gotta.
Is that what they do?
Well, they do steal your breath in the middle of the night.
No, they do not.
That's what I've heard. So that's why.
You
That's
also-
not the reason why I've never gotten one.
You also heard that the election was not fraud, so that's
Well, that's fake news.
That's
bro. I don't know
something
about that.
else.
So, okay, so yeah. At first, and I really do have allergies toward cats. Now, my wife would tell you absolutely no different, but I actually do. My eyes get itchy. Not anymore. I don't know if I'm used to the cat dander. I don't know if you can. But anyway, getting back to the story. So, yeah, we got 3 dogs, 1 cat. And, yeah. So, I mean, basically when you get a dog, it's based on what you're actually buying the dog for. Are you using it to cuddle with? Do you want to put a whole lot of work? Do you want just a dog that's a big couch potato? Do you want one that's going to be a protector? Do you want one that's going to be your little snuggle bunny?
see that's Luna on everything.
Yeah.
She's probably 75 pounds, and she still thinks she's a lap dog. Blackmouth curs were working dogs, but let me tell you, they're loyal. They love kids. They're very protective. You try to take her for a walk, like other than going out to potty. If you take her for a walk, she's mad at the world. It seems like she's all fluffed up and everything, like ready to fight.
Now, Enzo, when we go on our usually daily walk, he's pretty much a dog can be barking at him, and he kind of ignores them because the next door neighbors have a dog, and he just kind of is used to that. And I do like the fact of, if you do have a dog and you bring it into a home with other dogs, that gets them socialized somewhat.
Yeah.
So they are, but in the Dotson, the Dachshund case, there's no hope because she doesn't. I mean, she gets along with the other 2 dogs, and she'll put the Doberman in its place. She will. If she don't feel like she's in the mood today, you're done. She will grab right onto that jaw and just
Really?
Oh yeah, and he'll back up.
And that's a Dachshund?
Yes. She is not even a quarter size of him.
I wouldn't even, if I was him, I'd end that quick.
With her defense, he's still klutzy because he's big.
Oh yeah,
He's
got.
still
He's
I
still
mean,
a puppy.
he's got big paws, and he just on the back he'll just and he'll just keep doing that. And after a couple times, you're like, dude, you gotta get your paws off of me.
Yeah, that Luna does that.
Yeah, so
she irritates him to death with that. She jumps up and just mauls you.
Okay, so
but it's all in love.
So let's say this: if you had your pick of a couple dogs, what would it be? You give me one, I'll give you one. We'll kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the dog that you introduced me to, and I didn't know existed, but man, I want one now.
Connie Corso.
Connie Corso, yeah.
Yeah. That dog.
I want that one.
If you ever want to see what this dog he's talking about is, it's a Connie Corso. His name is Bruce Wayne. He's all black. He's a gorgeous dog. The guy's on YouTube, and I think you can probably just Google or put in YouTube Bruce Wayne.
Or Connie Corso, Bruce Wayne. I probably would.
That is one massive. That's a 155-pound dog.
Whew. Yeah.
And the thunderous belch bark.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the muscles on that cat, man. It's just,
I mean, it's a gorgeous dog.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He put a lot of money into that dog as well.
Yeah.
Well, not only for the dog, but, he had a fence, and he feeds the dog raw.
Yeah.
So I think he says he spends $400 a month just in food.
I wonder how good with kids they are.
They're good. I mean, if you raise them up right, but if you do not show them their boundaries when they're younger, you can hang that up. And I think that goes for any dog.
Yeah.
Necessarily. No, I mean, what's a ankle biter going to do, right? I mean, if he's not socialized, I mean,
Pretty much.
But another one, if I had not gotten this dog, and the reason I didn't go with a Connie Corso is because
they were 3 times as much.
Well, yeah. Well, no, not so much that, because it was pretty close in money as of the Doberman.
Oh, okay.
But it's just the pure size of the dog. I mean, can you imagine? What is he? This big around?
Yeah, they're huge, man. Let me tell you.
And I just can't foresee him being in the house. I mean, I would love to have one.
Are they a loyal dog? Are
Yes.
they
Yes, and
protective?
Protective. You're not gonna probably find one any more so protective.
Like most dogs, you have to say, "Get them," or something like that for them to.
In this case, what's all how they brought up too?
Like I know that Luna would. She will not let somebody in that she does not know. She'll get on that tail.
I think that Enzo, he identifies, or if he senses it, you will see the hair on his back stand up, and he'll have that deep bark. I mean, the next door neighbor even mentioned it, yesterday, that she heard him in the backyard, and she said, "My God, he sounds like he's fixing to come through the back fence."
Mm-hmm.
And that's a privacy fence. You can't even see him. And she said, "He's about to come through that fence." And I said, "No, he's fine." But, so if I would not have gotten, there's a reason why I didn't get this next dog. If I would not have gotten a Doberman, I would have gotten a Dutch Shepherd.
A friend of mine had a Dutch Shepherd.
They're real similar to the Belgian Malinois.
Yeah. Spoke German, when they were being trained and everything. Those dogs, when he tells them to watch them in German, that dog leans on you, and and you feel his muscles.
Yeah,
boy.
never ever think, just like when we were coming up, you see a guy that has a set of guns, and you see that he's well built, he's cut up. That's respect, because for the most part, that's taking some serious time.
Yeah.
Just like with a dog, the dog's the same way. If a dog acts that, not determined, but if he acts that obedient, that they have taken hours upon hours.
Yeah,
that's why you can go online now and you can see, some of these dogs, you're thinking starting price anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. But that's starting. I mean, there's some dogs that are upwards of $30,000, but you got to figure what you want in a dog.
That dog better be
upgrade.
protecting the president for $30,000.
Well, there's actually one of the race car drivers at one time had it was what they call an executive dog, and it was $70,000 for that dog.
That's ridiculous.
So
That's ridiculous.
moving on, but anyway,
Yep.
so the Dutch Shepherd is definitely a dog that I think one of the main reasons it's kind of held me back, not the temperament of the dog, not what kind of dog or anything like that, but the fact of I'm not a big hair person. I can't stand if I like a German Shepherd. German Shepherd, my parents have one and had two at one time. They leave when they scratch. They leave clumps.
Oh
of hair.
yeah.
And I'm having a hard enough problem with cat hair, much less.
One of my dogs I'd like to have, I think, would be a Norwegian elk hound.
Norwegian elk hound.
You know,
I'm not even sure what that is.
yeah, that's a cold weather dog, though, I believe. They're fiercely loyal. They're kind of a working dog as well, and they're
Okay, let me pull them up. Okay, so it looks close to being like a husky or.
Yep.
Okay, I see.
Yep.
And why have you done your research on one of those?
A little bit, not a ton. They're expensive, but like I said, they're more of a cold weather dog. You see their fur.
Yeah.
I
Almost
think,
like the Alaskan Husky. It looks like that would be I don't know if they are, but it looks like they would be like a good sled hound or sled dog.
I don't know that they were that, but they
You know what
they are a security dog as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a protector.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, they look close to like they might be kin to the Spitz family, you know, the American Spitz or Eskimo Spitz or whatever they are.
Yeah.
So
I think they would suffer in the Florida heat. So
probably so. The
probably
people across
why.
the street from us have two Alaskan Huskies, and that just seems like, man, that much fur. I get the whole, you got different layers and all that, but man, it just seems like that dog would just die.
yeah.
So you mentioned that one. Another one of mine, of course, you mentioned the Connie Corso. I mean, I like the Connie Corso. Big, you know, you want something that nobody's going to even give it a second thought. I'm not coming in that yard. I'm not coming in that house. I'm not going near those people.
Right.
That type of thing. But you know, a German Shepherd. Again, the hair. That plays a big part. But the German Shepherd is probably one of the top. It's in the top 5 of smartest dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So is the Doberman.
Yep.
Do you know what one of the smartest is? A poodle.
I can see that. But a poodle will get in your tail quick, fast, in a hurry sometimes,
and
man.
I get
they
that.
They got little man syndrome.
Yeah, but you got different stages of poodle.
Oh, they got the
You
giant
got the-
poodle or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they got the giant. But man,
And they use those for protection dogs too.
I know, but
What's a Labradoodle?
a Labradoodle is a Labrador and a poodle.
A friend of mine, she what do you call it? Does those? Not does them, but mates them,
breeds
breeds them. Yeah, breeds them. She breeds them. I see them on Facebook, man. Golly.
I didn't have a Labradoodle. Yeah, it might have been, but I did.
They're cute.
That dog about wore me out. I mean, so much that
I'm sure it's pretty active.
it is. It is, and a lot of these dogs. I mean, you're getting that.
Luna's so activist. I mean, it's not even funny, man. She'll play tug of war, and
That's what a lot of people don't realize, that you know certain dogs that you get need a certain amount of exercise. Now,
yeah,
the Connie Corso, it needs to have its its workout or whatever per day, but it doesn't need as much as, let's say, the Vizsla. Vizsla is one of the dogs I wouldn't mind having either, but those dogs are pretty much you're looking at somebody.
it looks like an old man dog.
No,
With
those are fit. They look like, I know you like the Weinerammer.
No, I do. What I'm saying is their face with their, because they got like a mushy,
Yeah,
like a mushy
they
face.
are a branch off the Weinerammer.
Yeah.
But those type dogs need like full on running for at least an hour a day.
No, I'm sure.
So, yeah. So that's a couple of mine. I mean,
Yeah.
Any other ones that?
Probably for a lap dog. I mean, your typical Pomeranian. I have friends that have Pomeranians, and they're mean, man. They're mean spirited.
Well,
I think every single one's ever been born is possessed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just mean.
One that I wouldn't mind, I've considered, but it's not a protective dog. That kind of bumped it out. At the same time, I do like a dog that has a little bit of a couch potato in them.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, because it's a snuggle thing, know. And I'm not above being snuggled with a dog.
Oh, every night.
Now my dog doesn't want to do that. He just wants to put his big clodhoppers all over you and run into you.
Well, every night when I put Arabella to bed, and she calls Luna, and she's like, Luna, up here. And she'll point to where she wants Luna. Luna will sit right there, and she'll get covered up, and she'll snuggle up right there with Arabella, and it's all good.
So the dog that I would have picked out for that would be a Whippet. You ever?
So skinny.
Yeah, it's like a
Greyhound.
Greyhound.
But just thinner and
it's
useless.
Basically, well, it's not so much that. Well, I mean, they are fast dogs.
Well,
they're
Yeah, but I mean, are they gonna race, or are you gonna snuggle?
Get this. So you would think something that has that body build that can go that fast needs a lot of exercise, and they do need exercise.
Yeah, of course.
But not as much as a Vizsla or a Doberman or something like that.
Yeah.
But as soon as they come inside, couch potato. Literally. All they want to do is snuggle up with you, and it's like a light switch.
100 miles an hour?
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. It's like you coming in, it's like a light switch. As soon as you walk through that door, it's like. So, yeah, I mean, that's a dog that, man, I've thought about. I've done a lot of research on a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
And a lot of dogs that I want, and I'm like, I can't have that because of this. Can't have that because of this.
I dig it. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah, that's it.
You don't want to talk about, us being the pooper scoopers? You don't do that?
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't like a certain amount of it in the backyard.
Oh, no, I dig that.
So I got one of those things from Tractor
Oh, the grabber.
Yeah, the grabber.
The poopy grabber.
And then I just throw it in the next door neighbor's yard.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Are they listening?
If you are, I'm just joking. I throw it into the woods. It's not in your yard. There is something in your yard. Hopefully you won't find, but hopefully you're not listening right now. Okay, so this is a little something. Everybody likes man's best friend. Just a little topic. Something that some listeners out there. You got some pretty healthy dog lovers out there.
We do. So if y'all want to email us a picture of your dog, that'd be great. I'd love to see it, or post it on our Facebook page.
Yeah, you can even send that through Messenger.
Yep, Messenger, and we'll post it on our Facebook page. The Brothers Banter podcast.
He'll get it in a second. I mean, he's only said it probably 100 times by now.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I'm having a great day.
So yeah, and I will kind of give you something maybe you could do for us as a favor.
Go ahead.
Every time you might see an episode online, or even on our Facebook page, like and even share it with
share
somebody.
That for us. That'd be great.
Somebody that, there's a lot of dog lovers out there, and not necessarily this podcast, but all the other podcasts we have.
Yeah, and if you can share it from our YouTube channel as well.
That's right. I forgot about that.
We're doing video.
That's why we got that camera in front of us right now.
That's a camera.
Yeah, I know. That's a camera. We're watching that little red light.
Do you know how many times you picked your nose?
Probably a lot. And I'm sure the customer, the listener's going to say, "Look at that dude. Does he know he's on camera?"
I know, right?
So yeah, we are on YouTube as of episode 20. This is 22. No, this is 21.
Yep.
Sorry.
20.
21 in numerical
22,
order.
Yeah.
So we have episode 20, I believe, coming out this Thursday, which is hang on just a second, and I will tell you, will be the 14th of January. So that'll be released. So we'll have the podcast on your regular podcast venues, your platforms, and then we'll also have YouTube coming out the same day at the same time.
You know they're going to see this after.
I get this. But, yeah, he's just messed me up.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
You might just cut that one.
We'll cut that. But at the same time, regardless, we do have Facebook.
Yep.
We do have YouTube. So either listen or, watch a little bit of YouTube or both.
And it's still on Spotify and Google Podcast and that thing you got, what is that? iPhone, Apple Podcast, yeah.
I mean, we're on pretty much all the platforms.
Yep.
So no matter if you do it by this, you do it by the Buzzsprout website, you do it by our Facebook. If you see those and you're on our Facebook and you see an episode released, all you have to do is click on that picture. That picture is going to take you right to the website, and it's going to start playing it for you.
Yep.
So necessarily you don't have to have an app for that.
That's true.
So,
well, listen, this was interesting. I do, I like talking about our dogs, man. They all give us, fun times, So, listen, thanks a lot for listening. We do appreciate you. I'm Donnie.
I'm Brian.
We're out.
Peace.